I always wanted to ask my father one question, and I could never find the courage my whole life to ask him. My father and we had a very strained relationship. He was a very tough guy, and he took it out on everybody around him, and especially his son, which was the only and the firstborn male. He wanted me to To toughen up. At one point in time, I had a program that I taught once a month in Toronto, where he lived and where I grew up in Canada. So he'd pick me up from the airport, and I go, "Hi, Dad," and he'd go, "Hello." I go, "How you doing?" He'd go, "Good." I'd say, "How's Mom?" "Good. Do you have to ask so many questions?" And that would be a good conversation. And so I swore to myself that one of these times when he's bringing me back and forth to the airport, I'm going to ask him. And so he picks me up from the airport, and I go, "Dad?" He goes, "What?" I said, "I have a question for you." He goes, "What do you want?" And I take a big, deep breath. I go, "Dad, how come in my entire life you have never, ever, one time, ever, once said to me, 'I love you'? How come not once?" And I'm afraid to look over. I've got my hand ready to block the punch when it comes. And I'm looking over, and for the first time in my life, I'm looking at this man crying. I have never seen this man even close to cry before in my life. Tears are flowing from his eyes, dripping all over his shirt. His chin is quivering. And all of a sudden he says, "Harv, don't you know I love you?" I said, "Give me a hug." And he gives me a hug, and I say to him in his ear, I said, "Dad, I love you more than everything. I love you more than everything." I'm so happy that I finally cleared this with him, because just a short time later he died. And I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. Say it while you can. If you don't tell your husband or your wife or your children that you love them enough, you tell them now. If you don't tell your parents that you love them, you forgive them, what you tell them now. Say it while you can. Say it while you can.